And we are live. What's up, traders? Hope all of you are doing fine. Loving this action going on in the crypto space right now. After the FOMC meeting, like, not much has changed. So we're still in the same path, pretty much. But I just want to start off by telling you, welcome all. Welcome to Chart Striker. This is Dana, and hope you've had a good day so far. And before I continue, please do consider subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell if you've found that the contents that I bring do have value, or you find it to be educational or entertaining. We laugh together, cry together, rant together, and so on and so forth. So welcome, guys. Let's go ahead and start, because Litecoin, I told you guys yesterday, I told you guys that the bulls are here when it comes to Bitcoin, concerning Bitcoin, and bulls were here when it concerned many other altcoins as well. But so far, things are looking good. Not only good, actually a bit better than good, especially for some markets in the crypto space. One of them being Litecoin. So Litecoin broke out, guys. You see this resistance that we had? It's above it. It's good now. It's fine. Eventually, by the way things are looking, see you at that resistance I've been talking about non-stop past days. Eventually, okay, because daily candle was pretty good. We broke above this resistance as well. Remember this one? This trend line I had drawn. We actually broke out, retested it as support, and then we just blasted off from there. So things are holding, like support held. I don't know, like, guys, look, just look at the picture, go back to the streams, and just see what's been going on, so you understand what I've been saying. We held this support, old resistance. Look, yesterday, Not once did we come and close any candle below this level, not even an hourly, not even an hourly. And I told you guys, if we can break up above, this area, there's nothing to worry about. Plus, on top of that, broke out, then retest at support, and then continuation. This is what one wants to see. So eventually, Litecoin, let me just get into the oscillators and so on and so forth, and then we'll move ahead with the rest. Just hold on a minute. Kind of forgot to alert the members on Discord. Good morning, Redex. From your side of the world, well, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning so far. It's almost 2 a.m. in my side of the world, on my side of the world. But glad to see you guys are up and feeling good. Hopefully you're waking up to this pump action. Hopefully you guys knew about Litecoin as well. But welcome to the show. Excuse me, guys. I was just sneezing, so I sound, a bit like I'm blocked. But anyways, as I was saying, we do have some nice divergence. We do have some nice momentum on, the oscillators, positive momentum on the oscillators. The bad divergence that we were seeing is still kind of there, unless the oscillators are gonna follow, okay? But looking at the prior daily candle, this is good. This is a nice, breakout to the upside. Eventually see around these levels. And when we reach these levels, there are other levels of interest when it comes to Litecoin. But as usual, I want to take it step by step, so no need to rush. Let's see if we can, break above, $115-ish, somewhere around that level. And if we do, on the weekly, especially on the weekly, there is really not much holding us until 130-ish, somewhere around these levels for a start. On the daily, I will get into it because these are important, levels as well when it comes to the daily, but we'll take it step by step. I hope AVAX passes 22, but not sure. Ma'am, do not ma'am me. I can outrun you today. Redex, just kidding, just kidding. I hope the price of BTC passes the past local high at 23,960. Actually, yeah, we'll get into, what Bitcoin is doing as well. I just want to cover up, Litecoin, but I understand why you want it to pass above 23,960. It would be good, like for Bitcoin, literally, even if we pass above this level, miss, exactly, thank you. If we pass above this level, then it's good. If you see any, 4-hourly candle close above this area, it's pretty much like good times, for Bitcoin. But we'll get into it. Let me just, get rid of what's going on. Not get rid of, just, finish what's the analysis on Litecoin first. So that's the daily. It's still looking fine. It's still looking okay. Not much, to worry about. Nothing like that. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly now. it's surviving, guys. Like things are not like I can honestly say that I'm not worried on my own. Like I'm not worried because bulls look like they're still in charge, at least for now. Let's reach this resistance. Any, for all the candle close above $107 could, it's most likely gonna take us all the way to these levels, 115, 116, maybe even wick to 120. Like very possible. But on the 4-hourly, bulls still in charge. But do not neglect the fact that we do have some bad divergence, growing at the moment, okay, developing on the 4-hourly chart, on the daily chart as well. Unless oscillators are gonna, start, catching up with the price action, could be that we see a bad divergence, happen, okay? On the hourly, also some nice divergence. Now we do have some new support levels for the hourly, because we're far away, from this support now and this support as well, old resistance. But we have a new one right now at the moment for the hourly. And it's right around, well, we're close to it. It's right around, 98 to 97-ish dollars. And this is for the hourly. So I'm just gonna, draw it for you just like this. Any close above this, below this level, like 97-ish dollars, somewhere around that level. Next hourly resistance is the same one that got respected recently around these levels, okay? So that's what's going on. If we close below this area though, we could pull back a little bit, like any close below, just to be a bit more conservative, below 94-ish, 93-ish could take us, back to these levels of, the lows of $90, okay? But so far, I am not hating on this. On the hourly, there is also bad divergence. Like there's bad divergence on the 4-hourly developing, on the daily developing, on the hourly developing, but it's just developing. It's nothing that has finished developing yet. So I think there's still room. Looking at the daily and the 4-hourly, I think there's still room. And the hourly, I do not see any like strong warning signs. There is nothing really telling me that bulls are exhausted yet. Nothing at all. Okay, positive momentum on the oscillators, MACD bullish on the hourly. Same thing on the 4-hourly, MACD bullish, positive momentum. RSI is in good territories. That favors the bulls more than anything else. On the hourly, we are okay. On the daily, we are fine. Like, guys, just enjoy it, okay, while it lasts, because it's not gonna be like this every day. Just enjoy it for the moment. Okay, let's move on to Bitcoin, the one and only. So the FOMC decision has been made, by the way, for those of you who care about that. They decided to, if you ask me, there is no change really, but they decided to increase the rates by 25 BPS, and it was approved unanimously. So yeah, their statement was minimal changes to the forward guidance, ongoing increases, language is retained and so on and so forth. So not much going on. If you ask me, it's pretty much the same. So it didn't have a lot of effect on the market really. Okay, let's move on with the Bitcoin now. Just wanted to get that out there, just a bit detailed. And we are okay. Guys, are you watching this? Are you watching this? Somebody get the bears some water. Somebody gets the bears some ice. My sinus is a pain always. Like it's I get you. I get you. But look at this, guys. This should remove all the pains any pain you have. This should be removing it at the moment. Like, guys, 24,200 start soon. $24,200 soon. Look what's going on. Prior daily candle. What I loved was that we actually closed above what level? This resistance that I told you. If we can see a close at least above this level. This one is even better, but any close above this level, because it started on the 4-hourly, okay? The moment I saw that we actually closed above this area, I was like, okay. And then when we crossed above that other resistance area, that next one, around 23,700-ish, it was fine. Now, what I do not want to see, ice doesn't help here, it melts so quick. Yeah, it's probably melting harder in their, burned heads right now. Like I told you guys, a lot of people were shorting, at these levels, because why? Supply got tapped, supply was hit, and then, but there was really not much telling us, because we were still holding support, to get out and stay out and so on and so forth. Literally nothing. I unloaded my Bitcoin at 18. I'm completely out of it. Very, very sad about it. I was waiting for slightly lower, like 17.5. I don't want to FOMO now. No, I don't recommend FOMOing either. Thing is, like, people had literally what, 3 to 4 months to get in around 16.5, that 70. It literally was hanging there for 3 to 4 months, and then at the end of December, it decided to change courses, and things started moving gradually after that. But anybody who says they didn't have time, it wasn't at around 16,000 something dollars, or between 16 to 17 for 2-3 days. It was there for 3 months. 3 months. And most people probably thought the market is boring, no need to have a look and this and that, but that's when you get wrecked. That's when you get wrecked, because you miss that moment. Simple. I, I don't want to FOMO, but of course I'm completely missing out, so I don't know what to do. Like, not financial advice, but Bitcoin isn't the only market out there. Like, there are other things, doing things as well. So and besides, there's something that I want to pinpoint. Okay, even though I did tell you guys that, look, yesterday I did tell you that bulls are here. Bulls are here. This is one bullish engulfing candle. Nobody can deny it, right? But there's something I want to add to that, okay, that I forgot to mention yesterday. It's very important. It doesn't mean we can't go back to the current lows. Because some people think that's it, it's impossible, we're never gonna see, this level of around 16.5, 15.8-ish. If you're thinking that way, it's wrong. There's nothing called impossible. Like, it could come, it could retest, like, right now, maybe not immediately, but it's very possible. And then it's even better if it comes right down here around these levels and it confirms support. Then the question of, if the low is in or not is gonna be, we're gonna be seeing clearer answers about that if that happens. So trust me, guys, it doesn't mean it's never gonna come back and retest the lows. Okay, it could happen, one day. I don't know when. I'm not a time analyst, I'm not a time specialist, but it is possible. It's not, it's definitely not out of the question just because we see one bullish engulfing candle. It would even be better if it comes and retests, and then this level holds as support. Simple. I wonder if the price might go down again, according to Gareth Soloway and these other traders. I have no idea. Like, I've never watched his analysis on YouTube. I've heard about him a lot on Twitter. I've seen, some, tags here and there on Twitter, but I can completely honestly say I have no idea about his analysis. So I can't, like, tell you, yes, he could be right. No, he could be wrong. I have no idea. I have no idea. Is he saying that it's gonna go down? I don't know what he's saying, but I'm telling you, like, from my analysis, like, it is, things like that can happen. Like, people tend to think that we will never go back to the lows just because we have a bullish engulfing candle. That's the way you can get wrecked. That's not true. It could happen, okay? We're going to do a 50,000 relief rally, then we pull back, then on to $100,000 and beyond. Like, I can tell you that there is a possibility for that too, just like there's a possibility for it, to pull back to these levels. But for that to happen, for Bitcoin to see that $50,000 that you're talking about, we have to break above certain levels first, main resistance areas first of all. After that, like on the weekly, if we see any close above certain levels, okay, like I spoke about in many other streams, that is also possible. That is also possible. But right now, I cannot say, it's gonna straight shoot up to $50,000 or say that we're gonna see $50,000, before we pull back a little bit. It's impossible. If it ever goes back to around, $19,000, $20,000, somewhere around these levels, and we start seeing the bears getting exhausted at that level, that is one nice chance to take, for one to maybe take action if they want to again and do something for those who missed out. That could be a, nice moment, nice entry times, you see. Okay, let me just remove this one. Play sound, handbell, show pop off, really delete, no need. Okay, so that's what's the discussions, nice discussions that we're having, chat. But yeah, we can't say it's never gonna come back down, and we can't say that it's never gonna, hit $50,000. There are people, a lot of people, some that I know myself, that think that $30,000 is completely impossible, but I'm not the one to say that, because we're closer to 30 than we are closer, to 16 at the moment. So anyways, let's get into the TA. We had some nice divergence on, Bitcoin's, daily time frame. As you guys can see, we broke out above, critical levels at the moment. Hence my title, Can We Break Out? Because I was seeing, signs that there was a big possibility that we could break out. Now, the next resistance on the daily, also for hourly, like I said last time, is around this level, guys. 24.5 to 24.6. Any 4-hourly candle close above that level, see eventually around 25K, okay, for a start. After that, there are other levels of interest that I want to get into, but let's just, get above this obstacle that we have in front of us first, okay? And we'll take it level by level, just like we've been taking everything level by level. And so far, for those of you who've been watching the streams, TA has been respected. So let's respect the TA, guys. If I had Jesus chimes for that, I would, start playing that, because TA has been respected so far. So we do have some nice divergence still developing on the daily. Like, it's still developing. It hasn't even begun yet. So imagine what's going to happen when people, this is what happens when people, because I don't know why they wait for the oscillators, but many do. So when they start seeing, this green, this histogram turn green, then the FOMO kicks in again. Like I always tell you guys, to FOMO is not a good idea. MACD is bearish. Histogram negative. RSI is okay, really okay, but we had that nice divergence that we're seeing a play off from right now at the moment. Now we just need to get above this level, at least on a 4-hourly candle close, okay? If that happens, we are around 25K. Simple. Celsius caused me a loss, sadly, and I previously lost a trade, but I was in relatively low leverage. Just so hard to not think about the past. I understand, Redex. I understand. I understand your pain, and I understand, that it's not easy, because we've all been, burned in one way or the other because of things we cannot control, stuff like that, maybe missing, some fundamental news or something like that. Like, it's happened. But don't dwell on the past too much. Just, have it in your memory as a reminder to never ever have most of your things maybe on an exchange, stuff like that, and maybe keep up to date with the news and what's going on and so forth. I know it's difficult, people have a life, people have other things to do, but don't dwell on it. Do not be depressed about it. Try to learn from it and then move on. That's like an advice that I can give you from heart to heart. It's the best advice I can give you. Do not dwell on it, because that's also gonna cloud your judgment a little bit. Just from a miss to you. But I understand a lot of people got wrecked. Some people pulled out in the right time, but yeah, like, it's been a difficult year. 2022 is one for the history books. We had the Luna, we had Voyager, we had I think DCB and FTX and like so many others and so many others. So people lost lives, people lost money. Like as long as you have your life, at least you know you can work yourself up again. That's the positive thing, okay? Originally was just a holder, had just over three. Then suddenly I got into trading because I thought I was behind. I kept tracking new Excel spreadsheets and just got wrong. It happens sometimes, even if, yeah, even if you're not really, you know, at fault, like you get affected, it happens, it happens. But try to not, you know, dwell on the past. Just try. The state of NY is suing the founder about time. About time. I hope they sue the whole damn bunch. The whole damn bunch of the bad actors. Like I can't even tolerate their names anymore. Like I haven't been affected, you know, by many like FTX and so on and so forth, but still I do feel the pain for many people. So I really hope they get, you know, sued so bad that they will like forever be in debt. Forever. Even that punishment is not enough, but yeah. Okay, on the 4-hourly, we closed like prior 4-hourly candle closed pretty good because we closed above what? 23,700-ish, 23,000, you know, 600-ish. So guys, that's also another, you know, positive news. We do have some bad divergence on one of the oscillators, but not, you know, not on the histogram. Like things are looking still fine, guys. It's still looking fine. I think if PA keeps on moving, oscillators, you know, since they're lagging and whatnot, they will, you know, follow, and then maybe this bad divergence that we are seeing right now on the 4-hourly chart could become invalid. But until then, just wanna let you know the obvious, okay? It is there, it is happening. On the hourly, let's see what's going on the hourly. Well, this was one nice candle. We got 2 minutes left. Like, look at this. Our side is overcooked. It's overcooked again. There is no bad divergence. It's so close. It's so close. Like we might have a type B sort of a divergence. Like if our side doesn't decide, you know, to pull up a little bit, just continue to the upside a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Okay, but this is also looking good. Like guys, just enjoy it while it lasts. Now support for Bitcoin on the daily, cannot say much, but on the 4-hourly, we do have support around 23,600-ish, you know, dollars, right around this level. Let me just extend this so you guys can see what I'm talking about right here. 4-hourly support, okay. Let me just actually all the way to these levels. And then mark it for you guys. So cool, awesomeness. So that's your 4-hourly support. Any close below this level could, you know, bring us all the way to 23,350-ish, you know, 23,200-ish. Just letting you know at the moment. On the daily, let this candle close, you know, first, and let me see, you know, some more development on the oscillators, and then I'll be more sure of the support on, you know, the daily, because right now we're doing things like I cannot come out here and tell you know it's here on the daily, but on the 4-hourly it's clear as the sky. It's right here, okay? And on the hourly, let's see, on the hourly, pretty much the same, guys. Pretty much the same, okay? Let me just drag this a little bit. There you go. For hourly support, pretty much the same, okay? Just really hope Celsius depositors at least get some of their assets back. Maybe when Binance buys them out. I don't think Simon Dixon will buy them. Not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Like that's a hope I think many people have, that they get, their deposits back, or, you know, be compensated in some way. But we will see. Like, I don't like. People are still gonna be waiting for that money, even if it's gonna come. They're gonna be waiting for years and years. Like, look at, it's not gonna come immediately. But I hope so. I hope they do. So that's Bitcoin, guys. The resistance levels to the upside, the support areas, to the downside as well for now, and we can move on. Next is Ethereum. I just wanna hold on. We gotta prepare this chart right here so we can have an eye on everything now and then. So top right, Bitcoin, top left, excuse me, the opposite. Top left, Bitcoin, top right, Ethereum. Bottom left, we got BNB, and bottom right, we got Litecoin, okay? Now let's zoom into Litecoin, right? FTM. I did tell you guys yesterday, if you missed the show, can't do much. Let's have a look at, okay, this is up. I keep on showing you the wrong charts. Okay, here we go. This one. And Ethereum. So what happened? I was telling you over and over that we had some nice divergence on Ethereum, and plus, as long as we do not see any 4-hourly candle close below 1,550-ish, below 4-hourly, 4-hourly candle even, then possibilities are higher that we kind of, keep on consolidating and then eventually, break out to the upside if we do not see a 4-hourly candle close below this level, which would have helped the bears, get this coming down a little bit, but that didn't happen. On the daily, prior daily candle close, really, look, I can't say it was the best. Really, I can't at all, okay? But it was a nice candle, but I wish that we actually closed above 1,650-ish. Who knows? This candle can make it happen, maybe. We'll see. I have no idea. We are soon around resistance when it comes to Ethereum, which is around 1,720. I told you about this obstacle. If we see any 4-hourly candle close above this level at least, then see eventually around 1,780-ish to 1,850-ish for a start. There are other levels of interest, guys, but I want to take it step by step as usual. So that's Ethereum on the daily for now. Negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI is in nice territories. We do have this nice divergence. You do the math. We do have nice divergence on Ethereum at the moment, okay? Hence, we're seeing this move. On the 4-hourly, it's looking fine, guys. It's looking fine. Like, I can't hate on this. Hopefully we can see a close above this level, like eventually, all right, around 1,720 to see some continuation. If we close below, for example, 1,630-ish, 40-ish, around these levels, I'd be a bit more cautious. That is, if we close, because then we can pull back a little bit, to at least 1,570-ish, somewhere around that level. But so far, it's looking fine. Positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is looking good. Like, it's just looking fine, guys. It's looking fine, okay? Daily, RSI overcooked, of course. Like, buy pressure is kind of coming in. Buy pressure is coming in. Looking at the hourly, at least, for hourly, there was not much, going on. Volume was declining as price action was going up. And look, I want to pinpoint again. I do not like the fact that it couldn't close above this level. Like prior daily candle, if it was able to close, above 1,650 or 1,660, it would have been so much better. but it's looking fine. It's looking fine at the moment. Okay, we'll see what happens. It just doesn't. It makes me doubt something, but at the same time, it's looking okay. Hourly is looking good. On the hourly, we do have support around these levels. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. This is your hourly support right here. There you go. Like I mentioned, any close below this level right here, okay, could take us a bit lower, okay, to the loss of 1,600-ish, or all the way to back down to around 1,570-ish, 60-ish, okay? So that's your Ethereum. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Let me have a look at the chat. What's going on? I'm surprised that DXY. I didn't bounce, or did it? It went down, yes, but I see a small bottom turn. Wonder if this is also part of Bitcoin's move up. Yeah, I mean, it was looking, okay-ish last time. It was just kind of halting last time I looked, but probably gonna have a look now, just a fast look. Hold on. It is a support, guys. It is at support. Now we have resistance, unfortunately, around $101. 100, just right here, this level right here. Okay, resistance. But according to my analysis, we kind of have support all the way to these levels. So I'm not really bothered. Let it do its thing. But yes, it's not looking that bullish. I don't see any signs of a reversal at the moment, at least. I mean, there is a window, guys. There is a window. Let's see if we can at least, get above this resistance first right now, because it's both support and resistance at the moment, okay? Below it, resistance. Price action below it, it's resistance. Price action above it, it's support, okay? But we are at support areas at the moment. When we broke below this one, it was kind of, telling that we could go a bit lower, so we will see. But right now, at the moment, I do not see any signs of a reversal yet. So we will see what happens. Okay, let's how does well, there is a correlation, like DXY has some downside action, Bitcoin gets this upside action, and vice versa. So there is some type of correlation that I've been, noticing. It's many times it's happened in the past. How does the closing candles work? You use daily, right? And then how does time zone work on the chart? Do you have to use GMT or UTC? And what is the hour like, +2 or +8? Or I never understood this. Don't we want the DXY to go down in order for Bitcoin plus crypto to go up? Yeah, I mean, look, DXY going down is not, necessarily bad for Bitcoin. That's true, but that's not always the case either. Like, things can change, okay? Things can change, but at the moment, yes, it's been like that mostly. DXY down, BTC up, pretty much most of the time. But I don't see any I don't see any signs of the DXY reversing at the moment. At least at the moment, I cannot come out here and tell you, yes, it's gonna reverse now, because new window just was showing on the chart, on the daily chart. So not looking that strong yet. Let's give it some time. I think I have another chart. Hold on. Yeah, let's give it some time. I don't see any signs of a reversal right now at the moment. There was, some, nice divergence developing and so on and so forth, but that's it. And I'm talking about the DXY, so guys, do not get confused. It's the closing of the candles. Well, I kind of use the closing of candles depending on what time frames I am looking at. Okay, if I'm maybe busy trading the 4 hourly, then I'll be looking at that one. If I'm busy trading the daily as well, daily is always a good thing to have a look at. Nevertheless, like, it doesn't matter if you're trading short time frame, bigger time frames. At least for me, okay, at least how I do it, it's always good to have a look at the daily candle close. And I don't like, I have the UTC +1. That's the time zone that I use. It's really the same time zone that is in the country that I am in. Okay, so not a big difference. Some people follow the universal time. I don't. This works for me. I just work it around the things that I'm doing. So it depends on how you do it yourself. Really, like what you prefer. Red X. Do you? What else? What other question? And then how does time zone work on the chart? Look, if you want to be on the safer side, then maybe you should use UTC, like, okay, the universal time that most people use. But I don't. Me personally, I don't. I can just show you real fast. Hold on. There you go. You see right here. I got the UTC +1, so I don't use. It's the same time on my side of the world right now. So it depends on what you prefer and what works for you, of course. Okay, so we've had a look at the DYDX as well, not planned, but we've had a look at it. And we're done with Bitcoin, we're done with Litecoin, we're done with Ethereum. Now let's move on to the altcoins, guys. It's time. It's time for that. Let me start off with FTM, and then we'll move on. Just gonna have a sip of water. Uno momento. Okay, let's go. FTM. So, yesterday I told you guys that things are still looking fine for FTM. We could pull back. I also made note of that. I did tell you guys, nice bullish engulfing candle on the monthly. What more do you want? Like, we got negative momentum on the oscillators, yes, but if you want to go ahead and do analysis only based on oscillators, it's your choice, okay? But I told you guys, things are looking good. If we can reach above this level, like, it's gonna be a good time for FTM, okay? Weekly, like, I can't say much. Still 4 days to go. We'll see what happens, but so far it's looking good. We are above the short-term moving average. Oscillators are positive. RSI is in good territories at the moment. Let's have a look at the daily. Look, guys, yesterday I did tell you that we could come to the lows of this level, 0.5 to 0.46. If we would have seen any daily candles below this level, sure, we could have pulled back a bit more, to at least 0.42, 0.4, loss of 0.4. But it held, it survived, it did fine. Now there is a bit of a fight going up. Plus, we are around, resistance levels at the moment. Like, let me just do this. Right there, we got some resistance. Just so you guys are aware, like, I drew it on my other chart, forgot to draw it here, but just around these levels, we do have some resistance right now. On the daily, okay, any breakout above this level, above 0.58, see around 0.66 to 0.7-ish dollars, okay? Oscillators are fine. There's some bad divergence, though, developing. Do not neglect that, please. MACD is still bullish, cool. But there's some bad divergence developing, okay? Just so you guys are aware. RSI is tapping over bottish territories at the moment. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Look at this support. Support held like a king. Okay, we came as low as 0.4960. I told you we had, there was a big chance that we could, pull back to at least, loss of 0.5, okay, to 0.46. We came and tapped the top of the box, so you already know what's going on. So far it's looking good. There's some exhaustion, by the bulls, from the bulls right now at the moment. We do have some, nice momentum though on the oscillators, like nothing, no bad divergence at the moment, like unless oscillators decide to turn over here around these levels, then bad divergence will be, starting to develop. Okay, but at the moment it's still looking fine on the 4 hourly. Let's have a look at the hourly. Look, we have 43 minutes left, and I can put it this way. I do not want to see it close something like this, having a difficult time, breaking above resistance at the moment, okay? Because if we do, right now we do have some new support areas. Let me just hide this. There's no need for this one at the moment. New support for the hourly. Just gonna draw it for you. Hold on. Actually, before I do that, we drew this yesterday. For those of you who watched the stream from yesterday, you know about it. So that 4 hourly, support we didn't even come all the way there. So this hourly support actually held. Okay, now I can move on. Okay, let's go. So hourly support right around these levels still, that hasn't changed for like major one is right here. Okay, major one is right here for the hourly. Let me see if everything is according. Okay, right here. And before that one, we have another one on the hourly as well. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. There you go. So any hourly candle close below this level. This one should be second now. Cool. Okay. Any close below this level, 0.55. Then most likely that we come and retest this prior, price support area. Okay. On the 4 hourly, if we close below this one, on the 4 hourly, like support is all the way around the 0.48-ish, like loss of 0.5 to all the way down to 0.45, okay, on the 4 hourly. But hourly, these are your main two support levels, first one and second one right here. Eventually, if TA is respected, see around 0.66 to 0.7. Simple. Okay, for now. And there are other levels of interest for FTM, but I'm not gonna get into it because we're still here. Let's get to these levels at least, and then I'll discuss the others, okay? Okay, let's move on. I think so. What time does Bitcoin close then? I mean, it trades 24/7, but I don't understand the closing time. So how do you check if a candle closes above or below a certain level? Oh, okay. Okay, Redex, before I answer this question, are you still watching so I do not just, go ahead and just, talk for no reason? Are you still here so I can answer you? Just saw the chat. There's a lot of going on, trying to catch up with the analysis and chat. It's not easy. If you've already left the show, then I'll be answering you this answer next time. But it's pretty easy, guys. I've explained this before as well. Like, I had this question from another viewer, like way back. But now he's starting to become a striker himself. You know who? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, next. Let's go ahead and have a look at Solana. This one is unnecessary now because it actually got respected. This was drawn on the 10-minute chart, by the way, for those of you wondering, okay? When we broke out of it, we got rejected twice, 3 times, and then we pulled back all the way to the lows of, you know, $22 almost. So this one can be removed now. For those, you know, who are like, oh no, you know, not that anybody has ever accused me of changing, you know, the support levels and whatnot drawings on the chart, but I'm just saying, if anybody ever comes and tries to say something like that, like, you're gonna be biting your own words. You're literally gonna be eating your own words, because I got proof, yo. I got proof. We don't change things here according to what's going on. We keep it the way it is. And of course, sometimes I do change, you know, when I'm not live, but I do always, you know, try to tell you guys what I've done and not done. Otherwise, just pinpoint it out, okay? Just let me know. Okay, so Solana held support, like, I had my alerts ready here. In case we broke below this level, then, you know, time to be a bit cautious. But guess what? It held support. It's looking fine. Daily candle close. Pulled up. Okay, it pulled up. It's okay. It's not looking that strong, but we do have some nice divergence on the daily. I told you guys this yesterday as well. It's pretty much the same. That hasn't changed. Now we do have resistance around this $27.5 to $28. That still hasn't changed, okay? When we reach these levels, and if I see signs of exhaustion by, you know, from the bulls, then it's a different discussion. But right now, at the moment, there's 2-3 things you can take with you that, you know, is in favor of the bulls when it comes to Solana, okay? 1, monthly candle close. Remove all the noise, just hold on. Look at this. If you don't think this is in favor of the bulls, I have no comments, just no comments, okay? 2, nice divergence on the daily, still developing, hasn't even started to play out, so nice divergence, okay, 2. 3, we held support. What more do you want? We just need one thing from Solana to see, you know, some type of a follow through and continuation, okay? A daily candle close above 26 point, you know, 5-ish, somewhere around these levels, and after that, we're gonna come and meet this resistance around, you know, $28, of course. Then after that, second move we need from Solana is another daily candle close above $28, and guess what? If that happens, see eventually around $30 to $33. Simple. simple, okay? On the 4-hourly, we do have resistance around 26.7. Just what I just mentioned on the daily, like we need that close above 26.7. On the 4-hourly, it's pretty much the same. We need that close above 26.7-ish, okay? Then yeah, 28 is the next obstacle that I see, like nothing else. We got support on the 4-hourly around, so you guys are aware already. Just gonna draw the box for you. Hold on. Here's your support on the 4-hourly chart. That's it. Any 4-hourly candle close below this level, like we got some mini support around this level, but it's not that strong as this one, but it could turn to be strong if bulls defend their territories, okay, and they don't let the bears smack them down. So we do have a little bit right here, right there. Let me just pinpoint it, but that's pretty much it. Okay, let's have a look at the hourly. Like positive momentum on the oscillators as well. RSI is in nice territories that favors the bulls more than anything else, so keep that in mind. Okay, looking at the hourly, things are looking fine so far, and it was so important that we saw a close above 25 dollars on the hourly. So this is good, guys. This is not bad. On the hourly, our support levels are right here. Someone on Discord, you know who you are, sent me a message today telling me he lives for the support and resistance levels that I've been calling these days, and I just laughed. I thought it was that funny, but yeah, I understand, because especially when you've been watching the stream constantly and you realize that it's being respected, it's the way it is. Oh, red X. I hope you won't be needing that ice, that much. I really hope you won't be needing that ice that much. Hoping BTC Ethereum can hold or go up. Like, they do look like it. They do look like they can. And by the way, before you leave, RedX, let me just answer your question, because I thought you already left the stream. I didn't know you were still here. You asked about, how I knew. Just want to answer you this one, okay? Just to make it clear, so maybe it could be, some help for you, to you. On the daily, if you look to the right, you see this countdown that I have, 20, now, right now it says 22 hours and 30 minutes and 50 something seconds, right? If you right click on this bar, and you can see that there is like something called countdown to bar close. If you can check that, you will see this, on your chart, okay? Right where the price action is. And every time, like just before the daily candle close, it literally tells you like there's 2 hours left, 3 hours left, 4 hours left. Now, until the next daily candle close, we have 22 hours and 30 minutes left. Okay? You see, this is how I know how long there is, how much there is left until the next daily candle close. So, in my time of the world, there is, 22 hours and 30 minutes left, okay? Weekly, you can see it's 3 days and 23 hours left, and so on and so forth, okay? Monthly, 26 days and 23 hours left. I hope that answered your question. As for everybody else, because there's an event here later during the day. Oh, I thought it was for you. Okay, now I get it. Well, glad to know it's not for you. Glad to know like you don't need it. You're not the ones. Please get some for the bears as well. If you can, get some for the bears as well. Those, still waiting for Bitcoin, to drop, or those who shorted these levels. All right, it was. I'm glad you made it, Redx, and I hope you have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Awesome, do so. All right, lovely people. One man down or not down. Gotta get some ice for his event or something. So let's move on with the next one. Next altcoin, that is. So we're done with the Phantom pretty much. We're done with Solana as well, right? I think I've gone through all the important things for Solana too. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So you know your support, you know your resistance, and da-da-da. And we can move on. Next, let's have a look. Sounds good, Redx. We'll see each other next time. My pleasure, my pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the show. And take care. Until next time. Okay, next friends. Next. BTC below 24 and AVAX below 21.39, Ethereum slightly below 1,680. Like, I don't think it's that much of a move yet. We have to give it some time because that really doesn't at the moment it doesn't mean anything. We still have 26 minutes left until the hourly candle is closed. Like it's fine. And besides, the important thing for Bitcoin right now to do, just like we discussed, is hold that support around 23,800. Prior resistance should act as support now, so this doesn't go south. Okay, doesn't start going down, to the downside and start consolidating and so on and so forth. So we gotta hopefully we can hold that 23.9, 23.8 levels, hopefully, because on the hourly there is literally no support until 23.9-ish to 23.7-ish. Okay, so hopefully we hold, but right now there's nothing to worry about, really. It's still looking okay. I'll see if otherwise we will know after at least the hourly candle close, but at the moment it's still looking fine-ish. All right, let's move on. Shall we get rid of the ace? Well, I'm not gonna go through all the markets starting with the letter A, but we can have a look at some. Okay, let's start off with Cardano. Guess what? Okay, this is one of those that completely respected it. Just have a look at the stream from before yesterday, I think it was. I told you guys we could see something like this. I literally drew it. Go up and then come back down and retest support, and we know that it failed to get back up. But I told you yesterday that Cardano was starting to show some signs that it's holding support. It's looking fine-ish. Okay, we are back above this support. Now let's break resistance. I told you guys also that we did have resistance around these levels, around 0.406 levels. Okay, let's get through it. Prior daily candle, I can't call it a strong, bullish engulfing candle. It's not even a very strong candle at all, nothing like that, but it's a neutral one. It's neutral, okay? But we do have this bad divergence developing on Cardano, on the 4-hourly. This I love. This, if something, I just love this, okay? We just need to see a breakout above this level now, 0.406 levels. If we can see that, guys, I think we can go higher. Okay, Cardano, like, it doesn't look like it's completely done. I can't say that bulls are exhausted. Eventually, see around 0.42-ish, 0.43-ish, not much, holding us. Between 0.42 to 0.44, really, okay? Just to be a bit more conservative, or conservative and flexible at the same time, actually, okay? So, things are looking fine. Oscillators are in positive, positive pretty much. RSI is in nice territories. There is no bad divergence on one of the oscillators, but we do have some bad divergence, on the RSI at the moment. So keep that in mind, since we are around, resistance again, the top of this resistance line, on top of that, this trend line, that is here for a reason. But right now, I don't see any signs of, at the same time, I don't see any signs of exhaustion, from the bulls. So still okay, still okay. Hourly, RSI is okay. There is bad divergence developing on both oscillators, even though positive momentum on the oscillators, there is some bad divergence on both oscillators. Keep that in mind, guys, okay? Like, so you're not blindsided. You just keep that in mind. On the hourly, look, it's like bulls are starting to get exhausted. At the same time, they keep on pushing. The fuel keeps on coming. The bulls keep on drinking that fuel. I don't know what they're drinking, but they're drinking something definitely. Like, it keeps on pushing, but we are at resistance, guys. I'm not gonna say it again. We are at resistance. If we pull back, if we decide to pull back, here's where we have our hourly support. I should maybe turn it to orange, because you guys are gonna be mixing up the yellow box, the bigger yellow box that's within, or the smaller yellow box that's within the bigger yellow box. So I don't know what to do. Okay, this is better. So we do have our hourly support right here. Any close below that level could help it fall back all the way to around 0.37-ish, that level again. Okay, 0.375, 0.37. But support hourly right here. Let me just mark it. Oh, that's Cardano. Look, guys, just wanna leave you with one thing when it comes to Cardano. Any close above $0.44 on the daily, okay, $0.44 on the daily, can eventually help it go all the way to around 0.48-ish dollars, okay? Cardano. We do have some obstacle. I don't know if you can see it, but where is it? Where is it? We do have some obstacle right around 0.46, okay? That level right here. But eventually, 0.488, 0.49 wouldn't be that surprising, okay? If TA is respected. So that's it, Cardano, pretty much. We can move on. Let's have a look at what's going on here at the moment. Okay, 20 minutes left, 20 minutes left. Like, I'm gonna let you know if I see any patterns, saying that we could pull back. on the shorter time frames. Now I'm talking about the hourly and so on, not the daily. So we'll have a look, we'll see. But so far, it's still okay. It's still okay. Guys, smash that like, hit that bell, and subscribe if you do find, this stream to be entertaining and just, pure awesome when it comes to TA. Really, okay? If you do think so, please do consider, subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell. Engage, show your love, and of course, support the stream, so you could, reach, other audiences as well. Okay, I will be right back. Just gonna go get a drink because I've been talking like for a while now with barely any break for an hour straight. We've had a look at Litecoin, we've had a look at Bitcoin, we've had a look at the DXY. Also, we've had a look at Cardano, Solana, Phantom, Ethereum. Okay, and I'll be right back and we'll continue on. And I am back, lovely people. Is that like button working, guys? Make sure it's working. Make sure it's working. You know, it's motivating to see, you know, when the likes go up. I mean, some type of engagement in general is motivating. So keep it up, guys. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. We got the hourly candle close in 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, we will know if we could, you know, see some type of pullback or, you know, continuation. But remember, this is the support that I'm looking at for now, around 23,786 to 23.5. That is old resistance, okay, which should act as support, according to TA at least. Now let's move on. We're already done with Cardano, which seems to be on the rise at the moment, but we're still, you know, below resistance, okay? Now let's go ahead and have a look at Aptos. Okay, there is really not much development since the last one. We are still, you know, you remember this level that I spoke about? I did tell you guys that if I see any daily candle close below this area, I am literally gonna wait for it to pull back all the way to these levels, okay? But guess what happened? We wicked all the way there. We wicked all the way there, but no daily candle close below that level, which means it's still consolidating. It's still consolidating. Like it hasn't broken down to the downside yet, okay? Just because we see something like that, this is not a breakdown. This is not Aptos breaking down, okay? We will start, I will call it a breakdown if we see any daily candle close below 15.5. Now, oscillators are still positive. RSI is showing, you know, some nice divergence at the moment. It's only going to become invalid if we see any close below 12.2-ish dollars. Until then, there's some, you know, nice, you know, divergence going on for Aptos on the daily, okay? On one of the oscillators only, but it's there. I can't say that prior daily candle close, you know, strong or anything like that. It's just neutral, in my opinion. It's pretty much neutral. Well, not just my opinion. According to the Japanese, it's also neutral. Okay. For hourly, a better close. This is a strong one. This is a nice strong candle. Okay, cool. We have some positive momentum on the oscillators. Again, RSI is in bullish territories, fine. MACD just turned bullish as well on Aptos. So all this is good on the 4 hourly. On the daily, I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to consolidate, okay, at all. We did, you know, close above this resistance, which is good on the daily, which is good. Yeah, we did. So that's a good thing, but we have new support levels right now on the daily, okay? Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. There you go. Your daily support area is right here around 17 to 15.8, really $16, okay, somewhere around these levels. Any close below that level could, you know, pull us a bit lower to at least 14.4-ish dollars. That's still possible if we see it, you know, break down, okay? Let me just change this. This is daily time frame. And this could take time to develop, guys. You know, we're looking at the daily, so it's not going to happen just like that, okay? Resistance, we still have resistance at these levels, pretty much hasn't changed. Any close, again, I repeat, I've been repeating this for quite a while now, okay? Any close above 20, if you want to be conservative, $20.5 on the daily. See you next around, you know, $22.5 to $24 next, okay, for now. Like, I don't see anything holding us really until these levels, okay? So that's the daily and the 4-hourly really pretty much, because it's pretty much the same support and the same resistance that I see, nothing new. But I like the 4-hourly candle close. I like that we have some nice divergence on, one of the oscillators, and I also like the fact that we closed above this resistance right here, okay, this hourly resistance. Now let's head over to the hourly and see what's going on. And bulls are showing signs of exhaustion. Okay, keep that in mind. Bulls are showing signs of exhaustion at the moment. Like any close below $17.5 is gonna be a warning sign that we could, pull back a bit lower. Okay, loss of $17 to around 15.8, very possible. But I do see signs of exhaustion at the moment. Now, something that could help you before, reaching that $17, if that's the case, is if we see a close below this level, right here, then okay, hourly candle close is here for those, like that hourly support candle close that I want to see is below this level. That is gonna, warn us that we could, see it, come pull back a bit lower. But looking at the shorter time frames, for example, the 15-minute, 10-minute, right here, any break below this level could, also be some sort of a warning that we could, pull back a bit lower to at least, $17. Okay. So that's Aptos. We're done. Hourly, we do have some bad divergence. Yeah, we do have some bad divergence. Like, it's only gonna become invalid if we see a close above $19.94. Until then, there's some, bad divergence still developing. Okay. So we can move on to the next one. 1 minute left. I want to see how this closes, just to be like, we gotta keep an eye on Bitcoin, guys. We just have a minute left, less than a minute left. And I'm gonna be able to tell if we're gonna see, some more, pull back to the downside, consolidation at this close. So let's keep an eye on it. Chat, keep on smashing that like. Keep on smashing that like we are not done yet. Like, this has just begun. Let's see what's gonna happen. Like, the way it's going right now, I do not like this at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Okay, 5 seconds left. And like, guys, bulls are kind of showing signs of exhaustion at the moment. Okay, do not say I didn't tell you. They're showing signs of exhaustion, so pullback very possible, at least, to the loss of 23 right here, 23.8-ish to 23.5. Okay, letting you know now. And I'm talking about the hourly time frame. Do not confuse it with the 4-hourly or daily or whatnot. Okay, I'm talking about the hourly, like coming hours. Okay, so let's see what happens. Is it the same with Ethereum? Let's just have a fast glance. No, Ethereum is still okay. Ethereum is still okay on the hourly, guys. How about Litecoin? Litecoin showing the same thing. Let me just zoom in a bit closer, just to be sure. Yeah, signs of exhaustion on Litecoin as well. Okay. like they're starting to get exhausted. Simple. Let me just put it that way. They're starting to get exhausted now. Any hourly candle close below $100, then you know next support around these levels. Okay, cool. Now we can move on. At the moment, Bitcoin is at 23,968. We'll see what happens with the signs of bulls starting to get a bit exhausted. We'll see how it plays out, okay? But I'm only gonna change my mind if we see an hourly candle close above 24.2. Simple. Before I move on. Okay, next. Can you do algo? Mr. Investment Golfer. Requests are right there. No offense, but you know, it's right there. You can see peer requests, $15. But let's move on to the next one. Atom versus USDT. It's been a while we had a look at this one, right? A while, a few days, something like that at least. Okay, so Atom on the daily, guys. Guess what? Support held like a king. It held like a king. We did have, you know, this on the shorter time frames. Just before I go into, you know, what the oscillators and, you know, the chart is telling us right now, just a small summary of what has happened, you know, since the past streams, okay? We broke below this level and we did have this support right here that got respected. Like, I didn't draw it when it was happening. I drew it, you know, a bit earlier, as you guys can see. So let me just extend it. We held support, we broke back up above critical levels, and then this main level right here got broken, okay? On the daily, this daily candle close was no joke. This is a nice close on the daily, but at the same time, we do have some bad divergence that one should keep in mind as well. Buy pressure came in, volume looking good, matching up the price action, cool, fine, but there's some bad divergence, you know, that is developing at the same time, okay? Now, this action that you see right here is for because of a few things it came through, okay? We held support, there was some nice divergence. Now, that nice divergence already developed, it is in play, hence you're seeing this. Now we are at resistance again. In case you're wondering why we're having a bit of a reddish candle, okay, it doesn't mean it's gonna stay this way, but I'm just saying we're close to that resistance level, you know, around 15.2 to 15.8. Any for hourly candle close above 15.2, see around 15.8. Simple, clear, okay? Now, daily positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is still, you know, looking fine. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Pretty much the same. RSI is also, you know, looking fine. It's not overcooked, it's not overbought, nothing like that. There is some bad divergence, of course, just like the daily. It's there, guys. But we do have some, you know, positive momentum on the oscillators as well on the, you know, histogram. MACD is bullish. Hourly, some signs of exhaustion, you know, are there, but for, you know, from the bulls. But as long as we can hold above, let me show you this level right here. Just gonna draw it for you guys. Hold on. There you go. As long as we can hold above this level on an hourly, we're cool. If not, we can pull back, you know, back to this resistance around 14.3. Very possible. On the 4-hourly, our, you know, support is all the way down here, guys. There's your 4-hourly support, okay? Actually, all the way to 13.4-ish dollars. So this is support for 4-hourly, okay? For the 4-hourly, I mean. There you go. Cool. Are we understood, guys? Like we hit resistance. If you want to know how this is being respected as resistance, I'm just gonna zoom into the 10-minute chart just to show you something, okay? Maybe you can see it in the 15-minute too as well, but there you go. You know, signs of exhaustions by the bulls. Okay, we have this, you know, bad divergence as well, and we're talking about the 15-minute, 10-minute, same thing. You get, you know, you got your doji right there. You got that bad divergence at the same time, you know, that was developing. Hence, we're getting, you know, some type of a pullback. Okay. So we're done with Atom. I think we're done, unless I want to talk about the next resistance. Should I mention the next resistance right now if we break up above this level? Maybe I should. I can give that I can give that away. Okay. Any daily candle close or any 4-hourly candle close above 15.8, guys. 15.8 or ish. Yeah, eventually around 16.3 to 16.9, like somewhere around, you know, 16.4 to 17-ish, somewhere in between, somewhere around these levels is our next resistance for Cosmos if TA is respected, okay? But we are at resistance on the daily at the moment. Hourly, we're seeing some type of signs of exhaustion, but from the bulls. Just a little bit, okay? But as long as we're above this level, we're fine. If not, we pull back. But eventually, see around these levels if everything is respected, okay? 15.8, somewhere around that area. Okay, now we can move on. I see those likes going up, guys. Like, much love to all of you. Much love. Okay, done with Cosmos as well, and we're also done with Aptos. So far, we've already had a look at Solana, Phantom, Ethereum, Cardano, EXY even. Okay, let's see now. Next. BNB. Third largest coin according to rankings, you know, on coin market cap and whatnot. Let's just see what Bitcoin is doing at the same time. Okay, just stalling a bit. Right, fine. Litecoin consolidating. Like consolidation, you know, includes, you know, some downside action. So, but Ethereum still holding on the hourly. Like, not looking as you know, tired as Bitcoin bulls or Litecoin bulls are looking at the moment. Okay, let's move on to BNB. Okay, cool. So, finally something, like it's doing something at last. Small summary, support held. That nice divergence that we were seeing is kind of, you know, playing out at the moment. You know, it's doing something based on that. But guys, we are at major, like we broke above that level, you know, $310. Good, fine, awesome. But guess what? Now we are facing this next resistance area, okay? On the oscillators, things are okay-ish, but look, I don't know where the volume is, really. Somebody call the volume for BNB, just call it back, because pretty much dead, if you ask me, not much going on. Our side is in nice territory still, but do not forget, there is some bad divergence developing as I'm speaking right now at the moment, okay? MACD is bullish, I think. Yep, it just turned bullish again. Not surprised why. Okay, on the 4-hourly. Oscillators are doing fine, like it's positive. RSI is in bullish territories. Okay, cool. MACD also bullish, cool. volume is there and not there at the same time, like it's both off, okay, both end. Now on the hourly, guys, we are at resistance. Hourly resistance. Main one on the daily is right here, 327 to 335-ish dollars. Okay, that's the main one. Like if we see any any hourly candle close, any hourly candle close above $323, eventually it could take us to 327, all the way, somewhere between 327 to 335-ish, okay? These levels. Like I can't say on the 4-hourly that bulls are looking exhausted, but we still have 2 hours to go, so I can't say anything based, on the time we have left, okay? On the hourly though, it is hanging on, guys. It is hanging on. We do have some new support on the hourly. Let me draw it for you. Now, any close below that level, it's gonna, bring us back to these levels, most likely. But let me draw it for you. There you go. This is your hourly support between $317 to $314. Okay. Any close below $314, most likely that we come all the way to 310-ish, maybe a bit lower also, okay? So that's your first support on the 1-hour time frame, and we're talking short term. There you go. Like, yeah, we are at resistance. The bad divergence is not to my liking as well. All these things kind of tell me, to be a bit cautious. At least let's see a close above 323, so I can know that the bulls are still, pumping this fuel in Binance coin. But I can't say it's looking as weak as just Bitcoin was looking a few minutes ago when I said, well, bulls are starting to look exhausted. Okay, can't say that yet, but could be possible since we are at resistance and some bad divergence showing here and there. Okay, let's see if Bitcoin is pulling back, if it's respecting TA, or pulling back, or at least consolidating, down to the downside. Let's see. Yeah, look at this, guys. It's happening as we are speaking about it. Just before we spoke about it, okay? It's coming in. Not surprised we tapped this bottom of the box around 24.2. Okay, so not a surprise really. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we have to speak about optimism, guys. This is one of those that I spoke about early, very early, just when we were, pinpointing that Aptos was about to do some crazy things, right? I wouldn't, be surprised, by the way, if we start seeing, if Bitcoin starts pulling back a little bit, altcoins start pulling back just a little bit, or consolidating, and then, we'll see which direction it goes after that. But I wouldn't be surprised right now at the moment if we see any consolidation here and there, okay? Now to up, up versus USDT. So this one, we spoke about it already, you know, when it was around $1.4, guys. Like, it was a while ago now. This was somewhere in the beginning of January, something like that. I told you guys, if you see any close above 1.4-ish dollars, like, most likely thing to happen is a bit of a continuation. And plus, look at this. I told you guys, I've seen some crazy actions in the years I've been in this space. When I see, you know, things like this, like crazy things, you know, going on, okay? Now we are at resistance when it comes to up, but I'm gonna let you, you know, get to it soon. Let's have a look at the daily, just cover what's going on with the daily and so on. We have this bad divergence, you know, developing on the daily, you know, chart at the moment, as you guys can see. MACD is bullish, RSI is in nice territories. We had this, you know, nice divergence that is playing out already at the moment, okay? Yeah, positive momentum on the oscillators pretty much. Buy pressure still here, still showing. I don't see any signs of exhaustion by the bulls at the moment on the daily. This could change, of course. We have, you know, 22 hours to go. Anything can happen in 22 hours. But at the moment, I don't see any signs of exhaustion, okay? 4 hourly, pretty much the same. I don't see any signs of exhaustion either. Look at this. Let me just do something so you guys can see what's going on. I was wondering why my drawings weren't show. Okay. Gotta fix the setting. Hold on. We wicked above this hourly. This resistance was, you know, from all the way here. Hold on. I can't show it. But anyways, it was right here. Okay, I just extended it to the right so you guys can see. We kind of are tapping that resistance at the moment, that hourly resistance that I spoke about, you know, earlier. Maybe I should not extend it this much, kind of in the way of the candles and so on. But anyway, hourly resistance is being hit at the moment, okay? Looks like now we have some new resistance around these levels. Let me just draw it for you. And this on the 4 hourly as well. So we need to see a break above this on the 4 hourly as well. You know, for us at least to see $3 for a start, guys. $3 for a start, because now we're closer to $3, you know, than anything else, okay? On the 4 hourly, prior 4 hourly candle closed pretty nice. There is some bad divergence that one should, you know, keep in mind as well. Let's have a look at the hourly and see what's going on there. Okay, some signs of exhaustion are showing right now, guys. Okay, they are kind of showing. So let's talk about support. Let's talk about support. Gonna remove or maybe hide this one, not remove it, because I'm about to draw some support now. Here's your first support, okay, on the 4 hourly. Any close below 2.382, guys, any close below that level, take us all the way back to this support right here that we had, you know, around $2, loss of $2. Very possible, like, not gonna neglect that yet. It's very, very possible. So, hopefully this holds. If we see some sort of a pullback, hopefully this holds. And if it doesn't, loss of $2 is not out of the question on the 4 hourly time frame, okay? On the daily, support is also around 2.2 to loss of $2 as well, okay, on the daily. So I'm not gonna draw that, but this support held like a king, okay? Bit summary. The support held like a king, okay? This one on the 4 hourly kind of held too, like it's okay, it's fine. But this one did hold. We're good. We never broke below this major second support on the 4 hourly. So look, it's still looking fine. Just gonna put it back to where it was. So it's pretty much still looking okay-ish, but I'm a bit cautious at the moment. Like I wouldn't be FOMOing in at these levels. Levels of interest were around $1.4 really, okay? If not $1.4, at least 1.8, at least 1.8. But right now I wouldn't be FOMOing in. I do see that we are at resistance. You know, some signs of exhaustion, you know, from the bulls on the hourly as well. Like the bad divergence too. Like I can, you know, bring up many things, so I'd be a bit cautious, okay? But it was a nice, super nice ride, just like Aptos when we caught it around $8, you know, already. We're speaking about it at $8 when I was saying, guys, eyes on Aptos, eyes on Aptos. It was the same time I was talking about, or a bit earlier, I was talking about optimism as well. But yeah, so far, TA has been respected, so we'll see what happens. Guys, let me know, is Bitcoin pulling back? Because I have different charts on my screens, but maybe I should have a look if Bitcoin is respecting TA, because we said that a pullback, possible correction, or, you know, consolidation. Let's see if it's happening at the moment. Hello. This is nice. This is just nice. I think it's nice because we just spoke about it, you know? This is more likely to happen, so it's nice to see. Even Ethereum, look, even though Ethereum was looking a bit better, what did I just say? When Bitcoin, you know, starts consolidating and so on, you betcha, you know, it's gonna take some other alts with it, okay? Most likely. Chat, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Are you enjoying the stream? Like, all good? You need some ice? Are you one of those bears who are having a hard time looking at this, you know, action on Bitcoin, or are you okay? You don't need any ice. If you're okay, just, you know, smash that like. Let me know you're fine, and we can move on to the next one. Because somebody had to get some ice for the bears. Like today's action on Bitcoin, a lot of people were not expecting it. I don't know why. Because we spoke about the monthly candle, you know, closing with a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. And then we were holding support. And then on the 4 hourly, we broke above this resistance right here. And the major one, you know, around 23,350-ish. Maybe one missed it, possible, maybe one missed it. But for those who are sitting in the sidelines, you know, since we broke above 18K and are still, you know, waiting or shorted that, you know, at that level, shorted, not went out, shorted literally with leverage, somebody gets them some ice. Like somebody bring the ice or something, because they need help. They need help ASAP. That's what happens sometimes when you decide to short at support, you know, close to support, at support, then most likely it's gonna bite you back. Most likely, not always. Sometimes it's okay. It could go, you know, a bit lower, but not when Bitcoin was literally hanging around 16, well, between 15.8 to 17 something for 3 months straight. 3 months straight, just hanging on, doing nothing. Okay, next step, let's see if support holds. Chat, are you alive? I need to see, signs of life. Like, are you alive? Are you guys cool? And make sure that like button is not broken. I keep on saying that because there is a reason for that. It seems broken when you guys, are not engaging and stuff. Okay, let's move on with the next altcoin. Now we're done with optimism as well. AVAX up 3.34% on the new day. Let's just say, 3.3% on the new day. Let's have a look at it. Nice, really nice. Like this is one nice red X. Welcome back. That was a nice, short, break you had there. Well, welcome back. So AVAX, let's have a look at AVAX, right? Oscillators positive. RSI is in good territories. That favors the bulls more than anything else. But we do have this bad divergence, developing. Now, I'm not saying it could, pull back just because we're seeing it right now. We could have one more leg up and then maybe see some, nice, pullback to at least, $22. Maybe because on the daily, at the moment, I can't see prior daily candle close what was so strong and whatnot. That would not be that true. But I do see some signs that bulls are still here, guys. Bulls are still here. We just need to see a daily candle close above $22, okay, $22. Any close above that level, see eventually around 25.5 for a start, because major one is for AVAX is actually all the way around, $30 to $32, okay, but we're not there yet, so I'm not gonna discuss it that much. But for the moment, if you can see a close above $22, see eventually around 25.4, 25.5 for a start, okay? Just between 25 to 26, simple, right? But at the end, on the daily, this is what I'm, expecting AVAX to give us some action off, okay? Around $29 to $32, okay? But we need to get above this level first on a daily, close above it as well, okay? So daily looking fine in general, but we are at resistance. This is the second resistance, by the way, okay? On the daily. For hourly chart, looking awesome, especially if we close something like this in an hour and a half. Guys, what pattern is this? Come on, I'm gonna give you a minute, okay? A minute or two max. Let me know what pattern this is. If this candle also closes the way it's looking. Otherwise, forget about it, okay? But let's say it closed the way it's looking right now. What do you see in front of you? These three. Because some people confuse it with other stuff. Look, I'm highlighting it literally right now. There you go. What do you see? Yeah, you betcha Ethereum and Bitcoin better hold that support. Otherwise, a bit more consolidation sideways, action or downside. All that's mixed up, also possible. Okay, guys, what do you see? I'm gonna give you a minute. We talk about these kind of things, for educational purposes many times. I do ask you sometimes these kind of questions just to see if you're paying attention or not. So let me know. You have a minute. It's 03:31, 03:32. I'm gonna give up on you guys and I'm just gonna give you the answer. But you got a minute. Let me know. What do you see? Mago, the man. Hello, hello. It's been a while. Glad to see you made it. Like, hopefully you're healthy and feeling good and so on. And no, good try though. Good try. It's not the three black cross. It's the opposite one. It's three something, but it's not the black cross because for the black cross, then it needs to be red candles, right? And going downways, going down and not up. This is the three white soldiers if only this candle closes the way it's looking. At least, a nice, strong candle, okay? Then we got the three white soldiers. Chat, are you following? Are you following? Is that clear? It's close. I know some people could, might confuse it with the three, cross, but that's it. That's not it. The three black cross, it's the opposite. It's gonna be looking the opposite. But this one, um, it's if you see something like this, it's kind of telling you that most likely that a continuation could be coming. Okay, continuation. That's what's telling you. That is if in an hour and a half we see it close something like this. Like if it pulls back all the way down here, and it closes somewhere around these levels, or maybe even 21.4 ish, then I wouldn't be like putting a lot of weight into it, okay, on it, but into it. But otherwise, if it closes like this, it's not bad, at resistance. We could, most likely that we break above this resistance then in that case, okay? Okay, cool. We are moving on. We're moving on. We got this bad divergence on AVAX as well on the 4-hourly. Good to know. It's good to know these things on the hourly. There was really not much sign of exhaustion. Problem is we are at resistance at the moment. We are at resistance. So this 4-hourly candle close is going to be important for AVAX. It's going to be important. On the hourly, I do not see that bulls are completely exhausted. They're showing some signs, but they're not completely exhausted yet. But we still have 25 minutes to go. If it changes, if it flips, I'll let you know. Trust me, I'll let you know. But we do have support on the hourly around these levels. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Draw it for you. There you go. That's your hourly support. You can see this orange box, okay? Any close below this level, below 20, just $21, pretty much 20.9, okay? Could pull us a bit lower to at least, loss of $20, literally 20.07, some, 19.9, something like that. Very possible, okay, that could happen. That is if we close below this one, because this is hourly, okay? I don't see any, like, much holding us if we close below this level until, these areas, okay? And if that doesn't hold, you betcha we're going back to around 18.8, something like that, okay? Thing is, it's not that far, but it doesn't matter what I think. I still have to let you know what I see, what T is telling us, okay? So, it's unbiased opinions, so even though I think it's ridiculous, like, it's not a big difference, I still have to let you know what's going on. So that's AVAX. All in all, best case scenario, eventually, if T is respected, that is, to the upside. See eventually around the 29 to $32, okay? Just having a look at the 10-minute chart, 15-minute chart, hold on. I'm gonna go a bit deeper on AVAX just to see what's going on. MACD is bearish on the 50-minute. Now we're talking very, very, very short term, okay? Super short term, right? But I do see signs of exhaustion also, you know, at this level. Like, I wouldn't be that surprised. Wouldn't be that surprising. Guys, Bitcoin is probably pulling back at the moment while I'm speaking because I see all these altcoins, you know, kind of hitting resistance and showing us some pullback action. And here we go. Yeah. Like, okay, we already, you know, spoke about this already when it was around 20, you know, 3.9 something. Fine, because we're seeing signs of exhaustion, you know, from the bulls. Now, important thing is it holds support. That is the most important thing. Simple. Because if this doesn't hold, it means back to that level that you do not want to see it, you know, at, because it's just been giving us, you know, consolidation, downside actions, nothing special. Okay, so we need to see it, you know, hold above this level at least, so we know, like, chances of a continuation to at least this level, 24.5, is more possible. Okay, so this support needs to hold at least on the hourly. Okay, we're not gonna talk even about the 4 hourly at the moment, because look, if 4 hourly closes anything like this, touching resistance, it's not the best look. It's not the best look, but let's focus on the hourly. We have 21 minutes left to go, so we'll see what happens. BTC 23,850, it's hovering. Yeah, it's kind of just, you know, going sideways, just, you know, holding on, but we'll see. Holding on for dear life. We'll see what happens at support. And tap support, it's gonna be interesting. Super interesting, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let's move on. We're done with AVAX completely, covered it. Cool. Funny, on the 15-minute chart, if we close anywhere below 21.34, just the top of the box, also indication, you know, could indicate that we could pull back a little bit. It looks like Bitcoin is sliding down a little bit though. Yes, a little bit. Important thing is, because there were signs when we saw, you know, past prior hourly candle close, there were clear signs that, you know, bulls were starting to get exhausted, so not shocking. Now, what we don't know is if this support is gonna hold or not. We know support is here. Okay, first support is here on the hourly. Question is it gonna hold or not? Hold on, I think I wrote 4 hourly, but it should be hourly. Hold on. I do not want to see Bitcoin close again below this level, like this 23,770-ish on the 4 hourly. For those who want to be a bit, like, can be a bit flexible, 23,650. Okay, but I don't. If that happens, guys, most likely back within this box, and then we'll see what happens from there. I don't know if it passed the 200 EMA, so who knows. Give me you on which time frame are you talking about, Mago? On the 4 hourly or weekly? Or, by the way, dead cross still in play, just so you guys are aware. This is not out of the question yet. It's in play. Okay, look at the weekly, because, you know, we kind of forget about it because a lot of things going on with the daily and shorter time frames. But weekly, I remove all the noise for you guys. Okay, not all the noise, just the drawings. See this? Things are still happening. Okay, Oh, 15-minute chart. Well, I don't really use the 200 EMA a lot on the 15-minute chart, but it is above it at the moment. Maybe you have different settings, but on mine, like it's still holding on. It is still above 15-minute chart. But I usually don't use the like EMAs on the 15-minute chart or something. Like I don't. Usually, sometimes yeah, but usually not. Okay, we've had a look at so far this past summary. We've had a look at Optimism, BNB, Aptos, Cosmos, Ethereum, Phantom, Solana, Cardano, DXY, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and AVAX recently. Now let's see next. Dogecoin, Deep Dodge. Okay, still struggling at resistance. Like, what can I say? Still struggling at resistance. Positive momentum on the oscillators. Okay, cool. RSI is fine. There is some bad divergence on both oscillators, developing. That in mind. Like, main one is gonna be invalid. The main bad divergence that we are seeing is gonna become invalid if we see when we see a close above 0.107-ish. Until then, it's there, okay? It's there on the daily. Let's move on. There's not much going on, like prior daily candle close so and so. Like I can't, say this or that. It's just it pulled back up, okay, at support, fine, but I can't say it's looking super strong. Like I told you guys last time as well. I'm gonna be changing my mind if we see a close on Dogecoin above 0.097-ish. Okay, fine. If we see any daily candle close above that level, things could happen. But then I have no idea. I have no idea. Could be my settings running a short and profit on Bitcoin. Probably Mago, probably. Because it was showing different things on the 15-minute chart that I was looking at. Or maybe my settings, who knows? Could be one of our settings. It doesn't have to be yours, So that's Dogecoin. Like, I don't have a lot to add, guys. Any close above 0.097-ish dollars, okay. Then eventually we have, some resistance around, 0.10003, and I'm being a bit precise, but eventually see around 0.11 all the way to 0.12. I said it last time, saying it again. That's Dogecoin, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Also being rejected at resistance. Like there is no nice divergence at the moment. On the 4-hourly, if we can see also close above 0.097-ish, it could help us, see that 0.105 to 0.11 for a start on the 4-hourly, okay? Somewhere on these levels. We do have some support around these areas still. this old resistance, the whole box has been, acting as, some type of support. So any close below this level, sure, we can pull back a bit more lower then, but until then, it's just hanging on. But I can't see the bulls are looking so super strong or anything like that on Dogecoin at the moment. Okay, it's just consolidating, simple. Hourly, I do see signs that the bulls got a bit exhausted. At the same time, we are at support, hourly support. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Actually, no need to draw it. I guess I already drew it earlier and it's still like kind of holding, respecting it. There you go, your hourly support. Simple. Any close below this level could easily lead to us, going all the way to loss of 0.09, 0.089 possible, okay? So that's pretty much Dogecoin. Sorry, I can't come here and tell you guys that it's looking super bearish. Like there's bad divergence on the hourly as well, on both oscillators at the moment, okay? Even though positive momentum and so on and so forth, there's some bad divergence developing, okay? But we are holding support. Important thing is for Dogecoin to hold this support. If not, guess what? Very possible we could, come retest these levels again, okay? And if that happens on the daily, like you don't want to see it back at these levels again, okay? On the daily, we do have support around just where we pulled back up, okay? We do have support around that 0.088-ish, level, fine. If that doesn't hold, like close to the bottom of this box, if that doesn't hold, then next support is around 0.084-ish, a bit lower, 0.082-ish, okay? Okay, guys. Let me check the chat. BTC grabbing more lower levels for liquidity, maybe. Maybe so. But like, I can't imagine it, going lower if for our, closes okay. It's not looking that okay right now, but if it closes okay, and then on the hourly, if this support holds, this might be the pullback, for now, at least for now, and then kind of retest, to this level again, try to break out. We'll see what happens. Just on my own observation, whenever it goes below the 200 EMA on an upswing in the 15-minute, it is usually profitable to go short for a little bit. Again, just from my observation. Like, I can imagine now, I don't know how far of a short you're looking for, but to 23.5, like, there is still possibility. There's still possibility. AVAX USDT plus $130 plus 43%. I mean, on the grander scheme, scheme of things, $130 is just for sweets. It's not much. I miss the days of seeing hundreds or thousands. I understand that feeling. Like a lot of people, miss those days when crypto was doing crazy things. I mean, Chainlink, BNB, AVAX, God, like so many Cake, Uniswap, Polkadot. Like we've seen crazy things. Not to forget Luna, that kind of wrecked everybody at the end. But even Luna, like all these were flipping left and right. I mean, it was like some people thought it would never end. But it did end. Imagine all those people who longed AVAX around $120. Just imagine. Somebody get them some ice. Not a good feeling. But what I love on AVAX was, the monthly nice candle and weekly. Like there's still room. Like all in all, market's still looking okay-ish on like the monthly time frame and so on and so forth. But it doesn't mean, like I said earlier, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin will never see its current lows, around that 16. Like that's not what it means. I'm just saying it's looking okay right now. But then if we see something else on the weekly developing or on the daily developing, could change for a while, you know? I think it's probable that make it back to that as crypto becomes more of a mainstream currency. Like it's possible. Some altcoins are never probably gonna revive, unfortunately. I've seen that happen many times throughout the years. But some, yeah, definitely. I wonder if Ethereum USD can reach 2.5 by Valentine's Day. Um, I don't know. That would be one nice Valentine's present, actually, if that happens. If that happens, like, you know, never say never, but at the same time, like, there is no certainty. We don't know. We have to break. We're still below, you know, some critical levels. We have to get above some levels at least to talk about 2 and 5. Before we talk about 2 and 5, already on Valentine's, let's see if we can, you know, reach $2,000 coming week at least. If that happens, it's gonna be a very interesting discussion when it comes to Ethereum. The last time I had a poll on the stream if people thought that 30K was possible, literally everybody voted yes. Not one single person voted no. And I was in shock because I was expecting people to go like, nah, it's not possible and this and that, but literally everybody voted yes. I was like, wow, okay, cool. So the sentiment is kind of, you know, changing a little bit slowly. It's not bad. It's not bad. Binance Coin kind of pulling, trying to do something. Litecoin just consolidating, still holding. Ethereum kind of holding. Like, look, we'll see if the support holds. Like, this is no joke. We'll see if it holds. I mean, for Bitcoin, I accidentally pressed on Ethereum, but for Bitcoin, we'll see. We came as low as 23,690 already. Already? No, that's impossible. Oh, excuse me. We came as low as 23,831. 830-ish dollars, okay? This support starts around 23,800-ish to 23,500-ish, okay? So far, still holding on, but I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back a bit more, just a bit more, and retest, you know, the bottom of this box. Wouldn't be surprising at all. Guys, new viewers, like I just noticed my subscribers count is going up. Like I don't know why it's not updating it live on stream. But guys, like hype for that. Welcome all of you, like awesomeness, just awesomeness. Like Stream Elements should be updating that immediately, but it's like lagging for some reason. But I literally updated manually. Okay. Now it's good. Okay, cool. Like awesome. I would have given you a shout out, but it's like your channels are probably private, so I can't see your names. Hence, I can't do much. But everybody, welcome to the stream. Like I'm glad you're finding your way in one way or the other. Glad you're finding it at last. Numbers going up slowly but surely. Okay, let's move on with the next altcoin, shall we? Hex. Now, this is not like you guys know, like people were so like not liking when I was telling them it was looking weak before it crashed even further down, because I don't think some people wanted to hear that, but I'm not telling you what I think. I was just telling you what TA was telling us before it actually continued going down, okay? Now let's have a look at it. Oh, Hex have been, but look at this. It's been doing things since we spoke about it, having, probably, some, the button was in. I'm gonna show you where, how, why, right now. Well, I didn't say the bottom was in, but I did say I do see patterns of reversal at these levels, remember? I don't know how many, maybe Mago remembers, I don't know, but I know you're more focused on Bitcoin. But this support never got broken again once we broke above it, okay? And then when we broke above this resistance, as you guys can see, now we are at this resistance that is major for Hicks, guys. Major. Any close above this candle, this yellow line, or let's just say, between around 0.03396, okay, 0.334-ish, somewhere around that level. Yep. See you eventually at next resistance. Let me just draw a line. Hold on. Somewhere around these levels, guys, okay? Next resistance that I'm having an eye on. That is if it manages to close a daily candle above that yellow line that you see, okay? If that happens, see eventually around these levels, because I don't see a lot of resistance until then. And any close above this area, there are other, levels of interest, but I'm not gonna mention it now, but should go higher, guys. Any close above this level, going a bit higher, okay? Like, there's no need to mention it because we're not here yet. When we reach to these levels, somebody can remind me maybe, and we'll have a look at it. Now, positive momentum on the oscillators. Let's just have a look at the monthly, because this is one I didn't have a look at all. Let me remove all, because there is no westerns or easterns, on BitGet. So I'm just gonna remove all the indicators and the drawings actually. Okay, embrace yourselves. Doesn't mean, look, now when I say this, people, get it so confused sometimes. It doesn't mean we can't come back to around 0.02-ish. Still, there's a possibility, but embrace yourselves, because I see signs that bulls are coming in for Hex. And I know it's maybe fundamentally just pretty much crap. Maybe. I don't know, okay? I don't know much about it, except Richard Hart is the guy behind it. That's all I know. I know he's a smart one and so on, but I don't know. If you ask me, it's in that, S-coin category, but whatever. I'm just doing TA here, not to talk, I'm not here to talk fundamentals and so on. It's looking fine on the monthly, okay? It's looking fine. Now, any monthly close below this level, 0.0272, then we pull back. But otherwise, on the monthly, I do see signs that bears are exhausted. Simple, okay? The levels to the upside. When it comes to support, your first, support on the daily is around this level right here, okay, between 0.031 to 0.03, close of 0.03, okay? Any close below that level, of course, pull us a bit more lower below this red line. But otherwise, that's where I see support on the daily at the moment. 4-hourly looking straight, looking good, okay? RSI is not, well, it just tapped over bottom territories at the moment, okay? We do have some nice momentum on the oscillators, cool. Also, oh, and okay, like the more I zoom in, 4-hourly was looking straight, right? Then the hourly is showing some type of indecision at the moment. There's some indecision going on, guys, and this is at resistance, okay? Just keep in mind, this is very, at resistance levels, okay? So unless we see a close above 0.035-ish, as I'm saying this, very possible that on the hourly, this is your support right here, for support at least. I can't talk fast enough. I'm trying to talk fast enough while it's happening, but I can't, guys. I literally can't, okay? First support. And then I'm also going to show you your second support. Or maybe no need. It's right by this white line, okay? On the hourly. Simple. This is first one. If you see any close below 0.03163, you betcha we're going a bit lower, okay? A bit lower. Not you betcha, but most likely. Have to be, fair. Most likely that is what could happen. Simple. Fine. Okay, but monthly, like I liked what I was seeing on the monthly. This is not one strong bullish engulfing candle. Do not get me mistaken. But I do see signs that the bears are exhausted. Okay. So that's Hex. About the support and resistance and so on and so forth. Oh. I think we're good, chat. I think we're good. We've had a look at a few altcoins. X, Dodge, AVAX, Optimism, BNB, Aptos, Cosmos, Ethereum, Phantom, Solana, Cardano, and then one that is not an altcoin, the XY, and then Bitcoin and Litecoin, of course. So just gonna have a glance at this, maybe chat a little bit with you guys, and then we'll call it a show because I've been up, like I think I slept only like, I didn't get, much sleep today or yesterday even. Have my family that is moving and so on and so forth, so was just kind of, we like to clean on our own, like by ourselves, so what was kind of helping her tidy up the place and so on and so forth. So pretty tired, so we'll just see what's gonna happen, a little bit, chat a little bit, and then we'll call it a show. Look at Binance. Whoa, what's going on? We're still at resistance though. Okay, now that I zoom in a bit deeper, not that exciting. Litecoin still holding, PM at resistance also, but close to support. Optimism still hanging on. And we're still above $100 on Litecoin. Still. Any hourly candle close below $100, eventually around these levels. Like most likely we come and tap this area right here. Any close above this one? down here. But Litecoin, I just love it because I was just, talking about this. If we manage to close above resistance, and I didn't even, talk of a retest of the old resistance as support, but it happened, and that was just, beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, I don't think, this pullback is done. I don't think so. I think we could see, some, at least, to 23.7 or something like possible still. Like I said, only gonna change my mind if we see a close back above, this resistance somewhere on these levels, okay? Like 24.2 to be a bit more conservative, but we'll see what happens. Let's see the 10 minutes. Okay, signs that bears are getting exhausted on the 10-minute chart. By the way, guys, I'm just letting you know what I see. Hourly is not done. It doesn't look done. It looks like it could continue. But on the 10-minute, I'm seeing a bit of some signs that bears are a bit exhausted. But this is just the 10-minute chart. Do not confuse it with the 1 hourly chart, okay? Make sure you get enough sleep. I had a little bit of sleep deprivation because of my situation. I had to work and take a nap today. Oh my god. Like, I understand. Like, I know a little bit about your situation, so I'll take that advice to heart. We'll make sure that I sleep, but please make sure that you also sleep and eat healthy and also take care of yourself, so you can be there even stronger than you are for your loved ones. Because I understand you're having a lot of things to deal with. So, like, may the universe send you all strength, like sending you a lot of strength from me as well. So try to sleep and eat and so on and so forth. Like, do not understand it could get hectic sometimes, but try to just take a minute or an hour, actually an hour, and just focus on feeling a bit better, both mentally and physically. Like, it's not easy. Like, some things in life that all of us have our different problems, and sometimes things just start happening, or like one thing ends, the other one starts, one thing ends, the other one starts, and it's things that is out of your control. So I understand sometimes it gets a bit too much, so do not forget yourselves when that happens. Don't. And I'll take your advice to heart, because all the love, I take it with open arms. Awesomeness will go, awesomeness. So, as I was saying, on the 10 minutes, like, very, very shorter time frames, looks like, the bears got a little exhausted, just a little exhausted. Okay, we do have this 10-minute support right here, but yeah, on the hourly, we'll see what happens. All depends on what happens with this. Waiting for Bitcoin to make a move seems like it's frozen in time right now. Yeah, frozen in time right now. Well, yeah, like, I'm seeing this on the 10-minute chart, and I'm like, okay, that be it. We came close to support on the hourly, based on prior line. Doesn't say that, but at the same time, it is possible. We won't, well, at least I won't know until I see a close of this and see some. Look, on the 10-minute chart, we have some nice divergence as well on the athletes, but on the hourly, even though we still have positive momentum and so on, there is this bad divergence on the hourly, okay? And other signs telling me that bulls still a little bit exhausted, okay, just a little bit exhausted. Okay, chat, lovely people, wonderful people. Like, first of all, I'd like to say much love to all of you who, like, in the chat, Mago, everybody, you know, Red X, everybody else. It's been a good one. It's been a good show. If you do find, you know, value in the contents that I bring, as usual, please to consider, you know, subscribing, liking, hitting that bell, and so on and so forth. Thank you for all the love, for all the, you know, engagement, and just you know, hyping the chat, you know, hyping the stream, you know, all the subscribers, everybody, all the viewers. Like, much love to all of you. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll definitely, hopefully, see you on the next one. Until then, take care and good night.